What's up, everybody? Justin still here at Pax8 Beyond, crushing this day. It has been crazy, the amount of people that are here, the vendors, the show. It's absolutely nuts. And now we have Marco from Produce8, man. What's up?
How are you?
Good. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
So real quick, tell everybody, 2 minutes, who are you? What is Produce8? And I hear you're a big gym buff. How much can you lift, bro?
Not much, about 4 or 5 pounds is all I'm good for. Produce8, we're a digital work analytics platform. And so we've been working with MSPs, bringing a new solution to the marketplace, helping MSPs get away from the commoditization that's happening. And it's an opportunity to bring some new recurring revenue into the business. So what the platform is, if you think of like Brightgauge on the IT side from a reporting standpoint, Produce8 is kind of like on the right-hand side of that in terms of reporting on people and technology and what's the impact of technology and how it's really affecting them. And so we've created an executive summary report for MSPs that they can deliver to their customers to show them things like, for instance, how AI is having an impact on the organization, right? If you're a Microsoft Copilot and you're rolling out, Copilot and you want to know how is it having a positive impact on the business, it's something we can actually show reports on and share with MSPs that they can actually bring to their clients. So that would be one specific use case that you can do with our platform.
So it's like you're showing off like the adoption rate and the usage rate based on whether or not people are actually using Copilot or not, and seeing how well it pays off.
Exactly, and anything that's an application, we actually have the ability to pull information on and run reports on. So we can do application discovery, we can do shadow IT, we can take a look at, for instance, how much time people are actually utilizing specific apps that companies are paying money for, and we can put dollar values to it. Yes. We even get into the point where we can report on, average working time across an organization, or how much time they're actually spending in meetings, and the costs associated with those meetings. So the value and the information that we provide to businesses, there's nothing like it in the marketplace. And this is why we feel the MSPs are positioned very well to bring this to their customers as a way to be more strategic with their customers and have better conversations. And we use the concept of how can we help MSPs get back into the boardroom and have those conversations with them. And that's what we do.
Right, because MSPs always want to have a seat at the table. And I feel like this is a good opportunity for them to be able to do it. So what is the way an MSP should be trying to sell Produce8? Like, that initial conversation is going to be tough, right? Because I feel like an MSP, especially with everything that's happened with COVID and everything else, that like, because they lost that seat at the table a little bit, to go to a CEO of a customer being like, I'm going to help you be more efficient. And they're going to be like, sit down, nerd. Like, you fix computers. What does that conversation look like for the MSP? And what's that opening line to say to that CEO?
I think it can go in a number of different ways. We know that like some of our partners, what they're doing is our executive summary report is so capturing just in terms of the data that it provides, that you bring that to a business owner and they look at it and say, how do I get this data? Because I don't have anything like this. And so you want to be able to, you can wow them with the report that we have. But, as an MSP, you typically know what are the things that concern them, right? So, we can do application discovery, as I mentioned. You can take a look at what apps are actually being used and what's not being used. And if I can walk into a business owner and say, hey, listen, over the last 3 months, I've saw that, nobody has used your Adobe Acrobat licenses that you paid $30 a month for. And, you bought 20 of them, and there's only 4 of them that are being used, and that's the legal department that's using them, then I can save you some money. And I feel that there's those use cases that can get the MSP back to the table, and then start having discussions with them because they're differentiating themselves. And I think it's critical. Like before Produce8, I was working with an MSP in Canada. It's called Fully Managed. And we sold that company to TELUS. And one of the biggest things that we struggled with is how do we differentiate ourselves in the marketplace? And we started creating this product called Produce8 because it's a way that it differentiated us. And we felt that can help with stickiness, that we felt it can help with new customer acquisition and growth within our customers as well.
How long does it take in a time perspective for Produce8 to pull an accurate report on how much somebody's using or not using an application?
The minute that we deploy our agent, there's no user interruption. It gets installed behind the scenes.
Right.
Within a couple of hours, it starts reporting in data and information, and you can capture that.
Nice.
I would say that within 30 days, you can get a clear picture in terms of what's going on in the business. And like I said, that data and that information, it's a different conversation. It goes beyond traditional IT and how many tickets we close for you and how quickly we're responding and what security issues, which are all critical and important. But you need to tie this in. And I've had this conversation over the last few days that early on in my career, I worked for Enable Technologies, and we brought RMM to the marketplace, and we're having the same type of conversations with digital work analytics as we did in 2005 with RMM, because nobody understood it.
Right.
But I feel that over the next little while, there's going to be a lot of discussion around this in terms of how critical this is to businesses and how we can differentiate ourselves.
Maybe we can get away from compliance and AI and start using efficiency as the new hot topic for everybody.
Well, they talked about it yesterday. What are the outcomes, right? How do MSPs support businesses and the outcomes, especially with AI coming in? And, being able to capture AI, we can do that in our platform. We can tell you, for instance, if you're going to roll it out, who's using AI, or what are the new AI technologies that have been installed on the network that are not approved, and what are they for, so you can have better insights and support them.
That's awesome. Well, thanks so much for being here, man. Where can people find out more about you and Produce8 online?
Yeah, well, people can find me at Marco LaVecchia on LinkedIn, and they can reach out to me at any point in time, or on www.produce8.com, and we have all our information out there in our partner program.
Awesome. Thanks so much for being here, Marco.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
More from Pax8 coming up soon.